My family are worried with everything that's going on. They're worried if I go home to them. They're worried if I take something back. And it's just about trying to be as careful as possible and doing everything I can to keep them safe. In the beginning, there was a lot of worry, a lot of people being scared of the fact that the buses were being fully loaded still with people, and when you're driving along and this was starting and you've got 70 or 80 people in your bus, drivers were definitely worried and concerned. The guidance at the beginning was very muddy, if you like, so people didn't know what to do for the best, so there were definitely a lot of stress, a lot of worries within the garages and with the drivers. We don't earn a great deal of money. We earn a half decent wage, but it's definitely not enough for a lot of people to live in London with taking 2 or 3 weeks off of work at a time. So that has a big impact and will have a big decision for each individual to make on whether they come to work today or not, even though they might have had some of the mild symptoms. At the beginning, we had the front door loadings, and then after a couple of weeks we had our assault screens shut up, and then beyond that we've now got the front doors closed totally and people are boarding through the middle doors and can't get to the driver at the moment. So when I get on the bus, there's a label now on our cabs that says the bus has been cleaned, and they're using a special chemical overnight. I then do my check of the bus, and then when I finish my check of the bus I sanitise my hands, and then I get in the cab and I just proceed on with my normal day. In my company they give out 3 masks a day, and they're also given wipes to clean their steering wheels, 70% alcohol in them. And there's also gloves made available when they're available. So at the moment my company is struggling to get gloves. The one issue I have as a steward is that some routes the drivers have to get on a bus to get to the start of their route, and then they're sitting in amongst the public. So we separate them while they're driving a bus, but to get to that bus they're sitting as one of the passengers on the bus. That to me doesn't sit right. We can't go back, if the front doors reopen in the near future, we can't go back to having 70 or 80 people on a bus. So there does have to be an element of control put into place with the loadings. I don't think putting that onto the driver is necessarily the right thing to do. I think there's definitely more that the likes of TfL and the government, to be honest, could be saying and doing to put them safety protocols in place, if you like.